Hello everybody, Jared back. So just a little mini review of CyanogenMod 10.2 on the HTC One. I've showed you guys how to install it. I've showed you the focal camera, the new application, thanks to the awesome work of the CM team. But I haven't done a review yet, so some of you guys might be wondering how it's running on the HTC One. And I've got to say, the latest nightlies, even going back to the very first nightly, it was actually running pretty good, but you know, it seems that every night, and usually I'll update my nightly, you know, every 2 days or so is when I'll download and update. And with that said, it's actually been really stable. I haven't had any force closes whatsoever. Every now and then I have had my Wi-Fi sort of drop off. And then as soon as I wake the device, it connects again. And yes, I do in fact have it set to always be on during sleep. So that's it. Stability, as far as that's concerned, it is really good. Battery life, I'll give you guys a bit of an example right now. Currently I'm at 18% battery. Now I unplugged it from the charger at about, I think it was midnight last night or so. I can't remember. Anyways, you can do the math. It's 5:21 right now, and I unplugged it apparently 13 hours and 36 minutes ago. So when I head off to my work, and yes, I do have a job now, believe it or not, for those of you that are been following me for a while now, just so I can help my friend out at his new store. Anyways, so I like to listen to music there. So I bring my little portable speaker with me, and I turn on my, you know, Google Play. Pulls down via Wi-Fi or LTE, depending on, you know, if my Wi-Fi connection shut off on me. And play it via Bluetooth, although for some reason Bluetooth doesn't seem to be showing up here. Nevertheless, so as you can see, we've gotten some pretty good usage out of it today. 2 email accounts, Twitter, Google Plus, and so on. We're currently sitting at 18% with 13 hours, or I've been using it for 13 hours. So that, you know, that's pretty satisfactory time, considering that, you know, the whole time it was streaming music. So that was pretty good. We'll go ahead and back out of there. And like I mentioned before, it does obviously have the new focal camera application, which is really fun to use, and I'm actually really liking it. Tons of menus to choose from, all the settings you need, as well as the cool little focus ring and exposure ring as well, which is really handy for getting the right amount of light for any particular shot, which is great. And obviously it still comes with the standard Android camera, this time obviously being the Android 4.3 camera with the little sort of arc there where you can access all of your settings and so on. I've had no issues with the camera whatsoever, video and picture taking. I've taken several pictures with it lately and it's worked just fine. As far as that's concerned, let's jump into the settings menu now. So with the HTC One, and let's just say more specifically CyanogenMod 10.1, we had a little advanced or more option, which you'd find normally right here. We click on there and you probably end up finding the option to use the upper part of the HTC logo as your menu button. Well, we don't actually need that anymore. So let me demonstrate to you what we can do to access the settings menu now. So we're here. This is an application I'm actually going to be reviewing right after this video here. So let's say, for instance, we just jumped into the Play Store, or you're in any application that requires or that you need to access the menu from. You just quickly double tap the home button, and then that acts as your menu button, which I think totally makes sense. So that's just great. Jump back into settings here. You're jumping into buttons though. So you've got your power menu, and you can switch around or enable or disable anything. For those of you that are wondering, that would be long pressing your power button, and this is the option that pops up. Screenshots and so on, backing out of there. And we've also got custom buttons, so if you want to, you can select what happens when you long press on the back or home button and so on. I'm pretty satisfied with what it's at right now. Volume button wake, so turn it off. This is something that I've mentioned before that doesn't always work for me in ROM sometimes, although, you know, no matter how long the ROM can be stable for, sometimes the volume on wake works and sometimes it doesn't. As you can see, I'm pressing the volume button, volume up and volume down, and it's not turning on the device. Oh, and now it finally turned on the device. So as you can see, that's still a little bit sketchy, and that's actually something that hasn't worked for me in many ROMs for years to come now. So sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. It's kind of hit or miss. It's really strange. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Moving on from there, I think that's pretty much it. Some of you guys downloading CyanogenMod 10.2, I'm not 100% sure if they fixed this issue or not, but you might download an application and it says, oh, it requires root, and you're like, well, I've obviously installed a custom ROM, I have root. If that is the case, what you would end up doing is going into About Phone, jump on down to your build number, tap it a bunch of times as you guys would imagine, so you can jump into developer settings, which is right there. Pop into developer settings, and you scroll down just a little bit, you'll see that it says root access. Whatever yours is on, you're going to want to select apps and ADB, close out of there, and that should then grant you and give you access, or those applications root access. So that's great. Everything else is pretty much working fine for me. I have no problems. Bluetooth's working. Wi-Fi is kind of hit or miss sometimes, though. It is pretty stable for the most part. My cell signal strength has never been great where I live, and because this is an LTE device, I have really poor LTE coverage where I am, so that's where that signal strength is dictating right now. I haven't had any application force closes on me whatsoever, so like I said before, stable. It's very stable. It's definitely a daily driver for me for the past couple of weeks that I've been testing it out for you guys. I'm probably gonna maybe use it for a little bit longer just because I am really enjoying how simplistic it is and how stable it is, and of course Android 4.3, always fun to have the latest, though I'm probably gonna move on to one of the other ones like either AOKP or Paranoid Android to go ahead and throw that on my device based on Android 4.3 and give that a test for a week or two so I can review that for you guys as well. Well, anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. I do recommend downloading this right now. If any of you guys were sort of on the fence whether or not this is ready for daily use, daily driver sort of, yes, I recommend downloading it and running it. It's definitely stable enough, more than stable enough, and I think you'll really enjoy it, as well as all the other awesome things that come with Android 4.3. Anyways, guys, I hope you liked this video. I'll be posting a link in the description below so you can download this for your HTC One. Obviously, you're going to need root and have your bootloader unlocked. If you're new to the channel, you don't know what that is, Google is your best friend. That's it though, guys. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, click that likes button down below. It always goes a long way. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe for more videos like this one in the future. And you can always follow me on Twitter and Google Plus and stay up to date on all things the smoking Android. And those links are in the description below as well, believe it or not. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.